Distinguished viewers, you're most welcome to the show, The Crux of the Matter, where we discuss issues of national importance for national development. Today on the program, I am joined by a fellow comrade in the house, and of course, you would like to know his name once again. Comrade, you're most welcome to the house. Please tell us your name.
Thank you for having me. Viewers, good evening all. My name is Nora Ibrahim Banya. Thank you for having me today.
You're most welcome. But maybe our viewers, last week was the beginning of the program, yes. And maybe some of them might not know your, let me say, a little biography. Tell us about yourself, what you do for a living, and how old are you? Because we want to talk about something.
Well, my name is Nura Ibrahim Banyam, as I said earlier. Presently, I am a teacher, a political, let me put it this way, a political watcher, even a politician. Let me just call myself a politician. Okay. Yes.
I see, all right.
Yes, because we are watching from outside, so I can say a watcher, but okay. We are participating.
All right.
We are equally participating.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for having us, for joining us all together in the show. So Nigerians, today we're going to talk about something very important, and of course last week we already introduced the topic, and our die-hard viewers actually will be there waiting to hear from me. Today on the program, we shall be talking about not too young to run. The language not too young to run. But I would like to start by asking this question. Is it very possible that in the nearest future that a young Nigerian under the ages of 40 to 35 can be a president of Nigeria early or governor in Nigeria? Why is it that youth today in our politics are not carried along the way they have been carried along during the military regime? Last week we talked about this issue, where we talked about Yakubu Gowon. When he became president, he was at the youthful age, not even up to 40. Former head of state, General Muhammadu Buhari, was not up to 40 then when he became president. Sir Olusegun Obasanjo was not up to 40 when he became president, and so on and so forth. And today we're going to digest the issue. Why is it that in politics, youth are not engaged or are not being carried along? And is it possible, like I said earlier on, that in the nearest future we'll see Nigerian youth becoming president or governors in the country? This question, my colleague and you out there, maybe you were asking, giving us answers. So let's start, comrade. We will not talk about who is a Nigerian youth, because last week you did talk about this issue, who is a Nigerian youth. So today on the program we shall be asking this question the first. Do you see it very possible that in the nearest future that a young Nigerian under the ages of 40, 35 can become the president of Nigeria or any governor in any of the states in Nigeria?
Yes, it is possible. Very, very possible. If you look at before the amendment of the Not Too Young to Run bill in 2018, yes, precisely May 31st, 2018, when the president assented to that bill.
Yeah. I remember during President Muhammadu Buhari, right?
Yes. Before the amendment of such bill, the age barrier for Nigerian president was 40. That's the cut-off age for someone who wants to contest for the position of president.
That's right.
Now it has reduced to 35, from 40 to 35. That gave a legal barrier for that age barrier has been reduced for you to be able to participate.
That's right.
In elected position. Not only the president, the House of Assembly was equally reduced from 30 to 25. The House of Representatives was equally reduced from from 30 to 25. The only ones that are not being affected was the office of the governor and the office of the senators.
But is it not applicable, since it is when we say president, and I think it can be applicable?
No, that of the senator and the House of Representatives, the governor was 25. What's 35 already?
Yeah, 35
so
already.
They saw no need for reducing it.
Okay, they saw no need. That's right.
Yes,
okay.
So they left it at 35, so that at least it is within the age bracket.
That's right.
Youth can be able to equally participated.
Yeah.
Now, talking about whether Nigerian youth can possibly become Nigerian president at the age of 30 or 35, yes, legally it's possible.
Okay.
But it is not only the age that is a qualification for becoming Nigerian president.
That's right. And this is the issues we want to talk about.
Yes, there are so many other factors that should be equally taken into consideration. You know, looking at the financial implications, just as we said the other time, you know, if you look at the distance between the youths, you understand even the issues we have that is even affecting the youth more is the what will I even call it? The barrier we have between ourselves. Understand? The division among the youth. Understand? We are divided along religious line. We are divided along ethnicity. We are divided along sectionalism.
Okay.
Understand? All these are factors
That's right.
that militated against youth participation in Nigerian politics today. Another factor that can be taken for consideration is equally the party structure. Most of these party structure are controlled by all politicians, you know, and they are not ready to give the youth the needed space to act the way they are doing it. So all these are some of the barriers, the challenges that youth are facing, of which will not allow youth of our age to become president in near future. We don't know, anything can happen. There will be a miracle, we don't know. But as it is today, understand these factors, the financial, the division, the other things, unless if youth are serious and they are ready to tackle all these things, we will continue to be clappers, chairs for other people to go.
Like watchers, like you said earlier.
Yes.
Your political observers.
Of course. We keep on observing.
Yeah. I like your submission here. You made mention of 3 categorical problems in the discourse. And we would like to start with the first. You talk about division amongst the youth. And this is very crucial. So you also talk about the financial issues altogether. And the last one is what? You made mention of one, I've forgotten, if I'm not mistaken. But notwithstanding, let's start with this division among, you talk about the sentiments. The last one is the sentiment you talk about. People, sectionalism, yes. That is the sentiment. You talk about sectionality, religious bias, regional bias, and division. All these things, they are part of the problem. So let's start with this issue about division among the youth. It's also part of the last one. But when you said division among the youth, what particularly do you mean by that?
Now, if you look at Nigeria, for instance, is made up of 6 geopolitical zones. Out of these 6 geopolitical zones, mostly is controlled by different tribes. Understand? If you take Southwest, for instance, it's mostly dominated by Yorubas. If you take Northeast, the northern part entirely is dominated by the Hausas, the Fulanis, and other ethnicity. If you take the Southwest, the Southeast is dominated by Igbo. Now, this division, you understand, will not allow youth to speak with one voice. You understand? Anyone that comes from the Southeast, someone from the North is seeing him as a threat. Someone who, if he is there, the northern youth will not benefit. And likewise, any youth that come from the north, the other people from the other side of the country are seeing him as a threat. Look at even what the older ones are doing. What about if the youth comes in? So these are some of the threats that the other youth from the other part of the country will be seeing.
But what is the difference when you talk about this division among the youth? Is it not applicable altogether to the old ones?
It is, but when we talk about youth, our mindset is entirely different. Understand? We have not even lived we have not even agreed that yes, youth is even capable. We are matured of, you understand, of becoming the president of Nigeria in the first place.
Why?
Yes, because at times most of the youth, if you ask them, they will tell you that if you don't have the money, don't even begin.
Okay.
If you don't have the money, don't even begin. And once you said, it is not only the money. We need, once we are united, we can be able to do that. We'll tell you, no, that is not the question. you need to be financially buoyant, you need to be this, you need to be that, and all these things speak volume that we are not ready. You understand? So part of this is the division, because we are not united. Once we come together, we speak with one voice. You understand? We talk to ourselves. We can be able to do it. A lot of countries have done that. Look at the recent election in Gambia. I think he's one of the youthful president.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? So
even in the world, yeah, I think he's the youngest now. If I'm not mistaken.
The youngest.
But he is not a president, but a military. You know.
It is a democratic system.
Okay. Oh no, you're talking about Chad, right?
Not Chad. One of the African countries.
No problem.
Of recent, I cannot remember the country.
Okay.
But they had a presidential election.
Okay, you're talking about Kenya.
Is it Kenya?
Yeah.
I cannot remember exactly. But I know they have the youngest president, and it is in Africa.
Yeah.
So that means we can be able to do it in Nigeria if we come together.
Okay. All right. But okay, talking about this issue of division, I see to the fact that that the youth are not ready, like you said, because you concluded by saying that the youth are not ready for the fact that this same division are there altogether in the political class. Now, so if you talk about the youth having this very issue, I would say that it is the same situation in terms of the problems that the youth faces. The division among our elders are also found amongst the youth. But how is it that the elders are able to curtail and of course manage their own problems as well as they continue dominating the political scene while the youth are not able to do that?
You see, that is where experience comes in.
Experience, that is the point.
That is where experience comes in. As people who have reached a certain age, maturity is equally an experience. You understand? So looking at the youths that we have today, one, we lack mentoring.
Mentorship, yeah.
Yes, we lack mentorship. And a lot of these people don't want to do it because they know very well that if we are mentored and that we are ready, we'll take over from them. Okay. You understand? So they are not ready to give such needed mentoring so that some of us will take over from them. Okay. This is another issue that should be considered. Mentorship.
So, okay, let me just talk about these very two parties in Nigeria. We have Youth Party, that is YP. Right. It's popularly known in the Hausa land as Jam'iyyar Matasa.
Jam'iyyar Matasa, yes.
Yeah, I think you know about it.
I know.
All right. We also have Youth Progressive Party, YPP. Now, these are parties that are said to be organized as well as to confront the lapses of the elders of Nigeria according to those youth organizations that form the YP and the YPP. Now, up to this time now that we're talking, the names of presidential aspirants were submitted to INEC. But I'm not certain if up to this time now, the YPP or the YP, Youth Party, that is the Jam'iyyar Matasa, are able to even submit name of their presidential candidate. And we have not seen where they gathered during convention to make sure that they also organize the youth. Do you think with this kind of movement, the Nigerian youth are still ready to take over or to get political positions in Nigeria?
You see, to be sincere with you, I'm even hearing it for the first time that they have presidential candidate. I know of the party, yes, I know their existence, and I know the noise the youth have been making. That yes, this time around.
Maybe you also you join one of the groups.
No, because I know the type of people. I know the type of people that brought in this idea, and I know it is not going anywhere.
But why do you say so?
Some of them are so loud. You know, they are so loud.
Okay.
Some of them are just using youth for their own selfish aggrandizement, using youth for their own whim caprices, but they are not there for particularly to see that the youth constituency, you understand, are out of the menace we are in.
Okay.
You understand? So those people, we have to look at even who are the ones heading the party today. Why is the party not making names the way other parties are making? Yes, we said we are the 70%. We form the 70% population of Nigeria, and this is our party. If it is true that yes, this party is out for the youth, at least we'll have seen differences. We'll have seen at least some forms of innovations that will drive youth to participate in picking forms in those parties. But as it is today, I cannot tell you a single candidate aspiring, even if it is House of Assembly, in this party.
Particularly in Taraba State and any of the state, like I didn't even know myself if they have a presidential aspirant up to this time now, as well as any political position. In Taraba State, I have not seen one, and in Nigeria, I have not seen any of their.
Most of the actors, those who are behind the formation of this party, are now in NDC. Some of them are in APC, others are in ADC.
Okay.
They left the party completely. So the youth are left on their own. So you see from the beginning, it was not meant for the youth to actively engage. It was just a noise so that other money bag will see them and buy the entire structure. Okay. So this is what is happening.
Don't you think also financial constraint, like you said earlier on, may stampede them?
There must be, but it's not supposed to be like this.
Yeah. The reason why I'm making this observation is that Nigerians altogether, sometimes we do also have our own problems. Like, even if you have the ability, the capacity, the intellectual know-how to participate in politics in this country today, maybe somehow somebody may hate you because of your youthful age, and secondly, maybe because you do not have the money like he earlier mentioned, and therefore he will look at you as somebody who is a money monger as well, going into politics to get what you want, because he might be thinking that you are going to step down for another person. Now, another thing is that you also need this money to campaign, and this is the core issue in this country. Now, Nigerians, let me say, demonetize their votes.
Yes.
Let me just make this, because the entire process, So these are core issues, maybe to my own point of view, that is stampeding the YP Youth Party, Jam'iyyar Matasa, as well as the Youth Progressive Party. But that is just my observation. But don't you think this is also a constraint to the Youth Party?
Yes, it can be. It can be. But to my understanding, it should not be to such extent.
All right.
You understand? Yes, we know all the parties have a way of getting in their money. You understand? We have contributions by members. Yes. If it is true that this party is existing, and it is true that we want this party to contest the 2027 election actively, and that we want the youth to be produced, you understand?
As president, as governor,
senators and other things. At least we will have begun earlier. Yes, I know they have started earlier. Now, where are the contributions? Who are even the registered members? You understand? Do you know any? In Taraba State, for instance, who is the chairman of the party, the state chairman?
Of Taraba State or national?
This Taraba State chairman of this party, the AP and the YPP. So these are some of the things that can be done without a huge amount of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Understand?
That's
just to elect a chairman to call a mini convention, elect a representative of the party, start making some moves in various states of the federation. These are things that we can handle. But have they done that?
Yeah, I think I can be. It is contestable because I saw a voice, convention of YPP.
Convention.
Yes.
I don't understand. What do you mean by voice convention?
Okay. It's a meeting, online meeting that we can hold meeting anywhere from across the country, where people will voice out their, their choice of leadership because of maybe constraint of this. For you to rent a house, Eagle Square, or transport people from their various states to Abuja for national convention. You know, it's a big money.
I will slightly disagree with you here.
Okay, go ahead.
You see, Nigerians, if we want things to be done, we know the way we can do it. Okay. You understand? I could remember in 2015, yes, precisely in 2015, one of my friends contested for House of Representatives. Okay. Jalingo Zin. Yeah. In fact, I happens to be the DG of that candidate.
Under which party?
GNPP. If I can. Yes, GNPP.
All right.
We went to convention for this party in Abuja. Okay. The party was not that known.
But it has a structure.
It has structure. That's, you understand? Right. You could believe me that if you see the number of youth that turn out from other states to Abuja for that convention, you'll be surprised. Do you know why? This is because we were told that yes, the presidential aspirant is a money bag. He has money.
Okay, that is
a lot of you supported themselves. You understand? Transported themselves to Abuja and had a very robust convention for that party.
That's good.
We campaigned for the House of Representatives. In fact, with the little resources we had then, we went to Euro, we campaigned within Jalingo. In fact, there is no ward in Jalingo that we have not visited.
That's interesting.
We have done that out of the little resources we gathered. So this is to tell you that yes, if youth are ready and they want to sponsor their own party, a party that will represent youth at the national, at the state, we'll be able to know how we can source money. You understand? Every state will know how they can gather, transport themselves, go to Abuja and have a convention. At least, even if we did not win, we'll treating these people.
That's right.
They'll be treating. You understand? But where is the party? Who are even the representative in the state? So that is why I told you that financial constraint will not be only the problem. They sold the party out. Okay.
So the conscience now. All right. Let me just cut you short because we're going on a short break. Viewers, rather, I think you had a very robust discussion about not too young to run. Youth participation in politics in Nigeria. We are digesting with Malam Nura Ibrahim Banyam. He's a youth, he said a political observer, but I see him as a political analyst. So thank you for being there as we are going on short break. When we come back, the discussion continues. Right, listeners, you're most welcome. Welcome back to the discussion table where we're discussing about youth participation in Nigeria. We tag it as not too young to run. And so we have started already talking about the challenges of youth participation in Nigerian politics, and we are going to talk about way forward very soon. But before then, let's go back to the issue of this financial constraint. It boggles me a lot. When I talk about financial constraint, I started mentioning the part of the Nigerian voters, voter appetite. It's a very serious issue. We also have funding litigations. You made mention of this, and I want to repeat because I have a very small material here, which I have gone through them. It's been produced by INEC. Some of the problems why these parties are also having some problems, I think, because of those things. And up to this time now, we don't know if actually, don't you think that, let's go back to other parties now, APC. Their presidential aspirant, fund for you to contest for fund. Interest form alone worth 100 million naira. All right. For governor, it was, it is 50 million naira. It was, let me just make it was, because it has been concluded already. Now, another thing is that senator is around 50, if I'm not mistaken, or 25 million.
Yes.
Now, these are the issues. Do you think a Nigerian youth can be able to beat his chest and obtain the form, the interest form for presidential aspiring for the post of president in Nigeria under the All Progressive Party, as well as ADC, NDC, and so on and so forth? Because this is another constraint. If you also look into it very critically, you will know that definitely maybe some of the issue has to do with the planning, the policies in the country.
You see, that is why we said you should get involved first.
All right.
There must be a step for everything.
Yeah.
You cannot just begin from contesting a president today in Nigeria as a young Nigerian who was born without a silver spoon. Let me use that word. Because yes, there are those who were born with silver spoon and they can be able to do that. But as a Nigerian who is struggling just as others, I think we should begin by party politics.
Okay.
You understand?
When you say party politics, what do you mean?
Yes, what I mean by party politics is get involved into contesting for party positions first.
Okay.
You understand? These are positions that require only a minimal amount of money. At times, not even more than 50,000, 30,000 and so on. You can contest for a position of secretary, you can contest for a position of youth leader in the party, you understand?
Maybe PRO
and other things in such a big party. Once you are into the party
structure,
party activities and the structure.
That's right.
Yes, you'll be able to know how you can galvanize, you understand? Even have those who will sponsor you because they know your capability, they know what you can deliver, they know what you can do. Yes, we have a lot of people that have started from party politics and they have risen to the position they are today. I could remember in Zamfara, there was one of House of Representative representing one of the constituencies in Zamfara State. He said he begins from, at what level? As a secretary in the party, from the ward level. He was age 25 then, he said. He began as a ward secretary.
That's right.
Yeah, from there, he was later in the next political dispensation, he was elected as the chairman of the ward. And that is how he has been going. You understand? From there, he contested for chairmanship from there. And he's today representing a constituency at the national level. Currently.
That's interesting.
So youth cannot just wake up and think of just
becoming president. Or governor.
I think it is a process, and we must follow that.
All right, thank you very much for this classical explanation. I love this. All right, now let's go back to the issue of these sentiments you talk about. How do we arrest this issue? Because this is the core issue now. Since we want to provide a solution to the problems. But before then, let me just say I'm sorry to our viewers because we initially wanted this program to be live where our viewers will also call in. But I want to assure you or reassure you again that by next week we're going to make it robust so that you can be able to call in and also share with us your own point of view about topic of discourse so that we'll have a robust society and discussion in a forum like this where we discuss issues of national interest. Thank you very much. Now let's go back to the issue. How do you think we're going to arrest the issue of sentiments? Let's start with the issue of religious bias. Critically, you can see even now, some group of imams, some group of pastors, or some group of religious leaders who go endorsing one candidate to another. Do you think it is healthy for our national development? Politics, more especially that has to do with the youth.
Sentiment is part of humanity.
Yeah.
We all are inclined to one things or the other, but that should not be above national interests.
That's right.
I think, to me, there are so many utterances that our leaders are making today that even require security agencies to checkmate them. You understand? Because they divide almost Nigerians along religion lines.
Along religion lines.
Understand? And this is critical. I think we must take that serious.
That's right.
Understand? For Nigeria to be united, for us to see our leaders as one, and for us to see Nigeria as, for all of us to have hope in this country, we must be realistic.
That's right.
Politics should not be a do-or-die affairs. At least we should have sense of pride that yes, this is our country, and that we are ready to protect its peace, we are ready to protect its dignity anywhere we find ourselves. Today, most of the this rascal talks, you understand, that comes out from this thing is influencing how youths behave, is influencing how our youths see one another. Understand? At times we look at them as role models, and the youth are even copying all these things. If you go to social media today, you'll be embarrassed.
That's true.
That these are the category of people that wants to take over Nigeria.
Yeah, that is the issue. And you see people challenging one another in the line of religion.
Just go to any page, social media page, go to comment section and see how Nigerian youth
are divided.
Using themselves. You understand?
This is one thing you hardly see the elderly elite group of politicians doing.
So this will even, you will even ask yourself, are this group of people ready to take this country in the next 50 years?
That's right.
You understand? Because the way we make reckless statements, the way we talk to each other, the way we abuse each other, as if we are no longer humans. We don't even see the dignity of one of each other. But that is wrong. I think youth should be, at this age, 21st century, should be those who ask questions. You understand? How is the economy doing?
That's right.
What reforms does this government bring? Why are we even voting this government? If they say they want to continue, if they are not, why are we even supporting them? These are some of the questions we should be asking. Understand? But that is not. So seriously, I think you should do more than that.
Okay, let's go back to regionalism altogether. People look at one another from like take for instance now, we have 3 contending, presidential aspirants in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned. Or let me make it even somehow 4. Well, you have the sitting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You have Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is from northern Nigeria. When we talk about the president is from southwest.
Southwest, yes.
Now, His Excellency Peter Obi from the southeast. You get. So that is why I say we have 3 contending presidential aspirants. Now, do you also look at this as another division? Because if you look at the politics, it has taken shape towards this direction. And how do you think we're going to arrest this?
You see, to me, these are not division.
All right.
That is even one of the important of multi-party democracy.
I see.
It provides an options for Nigerians.
Okay.
You understand? You don't see Peter Obi as from Southeast and Igbo, and he cannot rule Nigeria. He cannot be a president. You cannot see Atiku as from northern Nigeria and has been contesting for so many years, and therefore you rule out that he cannot win presidential election. And you cannot say yes, Bola Tinubu, because maybe he has not performed, in your own opinion, he has not performed, that he cannot win. You look at the options. These are viable options.
That's right.
Look at the reforms that Bola has done. Look at what he has done in the last 4 years or 3 years that he is today. What has he done differently? You understand? Yes, they all have manifestos. You check on their manifestos. what are those people ready to do? The ADC president, the NDC president, what are they ready to bring to the table to Nigerians? These are some of the things that Nigerians should be looking at. Not this one is from, yes, just take Bola for instance. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, today he is the president and he's from Southwest. How does Southwestern benefited more than the Northern Nigerian youth?
That's right. That's a very big question, truly.
You understand? So, if Bola will continue to be president in the next 8 years, what will Southwesterners benefited more than the other section of the country? These are some of the vital questions let us ask ourselves. And therefore, we should keep that sentiment aside. Look at their programs, look at their manifestos. What are they ready to offer to Nigerians so that we can be able to make a viable options? We can be able to come up with someone that we know, yes, this is a pan-Nigeria who is ready to take this country to the greater destination.
Thank you very much. This is important indeed. Okay, and now let's talk about mentorship you talked about earlier on. How do you think, or what are your advices to Nigerian leaders, let me say allied politicians, the elders? What are your advices about mentorship of the Nigerian youth? Because they keep telling us that the leaders of tomorrow, and the tomorrow I've not seen it any time coming. Okay, what are your advices to the leaders? Because this should be one of the fundamental questions that Nigerian youth should be asking the leaders, and I think they've been asking this question.
Yes, mentorship is one of the greatest contributions the elders, the elites can do to this country. Because I believe most of them in the power today were mentored by others. Yeah. You understand? Most of them take it from the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was mentored by people like the
Abiola,
the people like Awolowo
right.
and others. If you take up the present ADC president, presidential candidate, he was mentored by late Yaradua, you understand, and others. Yes, there are lots of them. So mentorship serves as a unique way of training a future leaders.
That's right.
You understand? So if we have not mentored this youth we are seeing, we are leaving behind a disaster.
I see.
We are leaving behind a disaster. This is very critical. We should not only be selfish that if it is not my son, I'm not going to draw anyone closer. Understand? At least we should be able to know, yes, these are some of the people I left behind, whether I am alive, whether I'm not alive, these people will continue with the legacy that I have left behind. And this is where we are getting it wrong. Our leaders only want to use us for political gain. You understand? Whenever the electioneering campaign is over,
they have achieved their
aim. And that is where it stands. So Nigerian youth should shine their eyes. They should know that, yes, all of us are in this team together, and that we should be able to know that, yes, these are people that are ready for us to move forward. We should align with them, and that these are the people that want to use us and dump us so that we can be able to escape the error. I think this is important.
Yeah, thank you very much for this altogether. And the last word, what are also your advice to also youth?
Yes, youth, as we continue to say it, we are the backbone of this country. We are the backbone of this nation, and take it or leave it, we are the future leaders.
That's right.
We are the present and we are the future leaders. When we say we are the future leaders, yes, it is a transition. One day they must go. You understand? Whether they like it, whether it is me or it is on me, but it is youth that will take over.
That's right.
So we should be sensitive enough. We should know who we are supporting and why are we supporting him. It is not just because we want to satisfy our immediate problem, or because we want to we are supporting him because he is from our
tribe, our religion,
from our tribe. We are supporting him because
our region.
Yes, he is from northern Nigeria. We are supporting him because he is from southern Nigeria. No. You must have a reason, a concrete one, why you are supporting the candidate you are supporting, and that is the only way we can take this country to the next level.
Thank you so much. But before we go, another very important question I nearly forget is the issue of this national, security. The youth are part of this problem. All right. Now, And some of the reason is because of policies. I made mention of this earlier on. How do you think the National Assembly, more especially the House of Representatives, who are mostly under the ages of 50 and below, can be able to checkmate the issue of party, bringing so much big money, such that even the youth cannot be able to participate in politics? How do you think that this can be arrested in the National Assembly particularly? Even the Senate, I think they should come into this, because by the time you inject so much money into interest fund for a political position, if actually we want to change this country, definitely this money has to be reduced, or else I think any youth that is able to obtain the fund will also start looking for how I will generate my money back before I will start working for my people.
Honestly, we need a structural reform.
Okay, structural reform.
We need equally a political reform.
Okay, structural
and political reform.
Okay,
yes.
So let's start with structural.
See, structurally, if you look at Nigeria today, most of this, what do you like from it? The ministries, the agencies. You understand? Are not that viable. We are only succeeded. We have succeeded in erecting what do I call it? Viable individual, not viable system.
Okay.
So we should be able to put the system in order.
That's right.
Understand? If we are able to get it right from the system will checkmate all those things.
That's right.
You understand? The political reforms, yes, just as it has started in 2018 when Buhari signed the Not Too Young to Run.
That's right.
If you look at the part of the major benefits that this bill brought about was in 2015. If you take in 2015 before the reform, it was only 0.3% of Nigerians that are in the National Assembly. Only 3 out of 360.
You're talking about youth?
Yes. Only 0.3%. That is 3 of 360.
That's very, very poor.
Of youth.
That's
very poor. But when the bill was passed into law in 2018, immediately in 2019, that gave room for almost 3% of Nigerian youth to the National Assembly.
That's very interesting.
So this is what will I call it? It is.
It's a plus to the Nigerian youth.
Now in that is in the 10 assembly, the present 10 assembly, we have almost 14 youths. Understand, who you can call between the age of 18 to 35, who are presently in the National Assembly. So you see, these are some of the political reform that will change the mindset of Nigerians, that will bring about the hope for Nigerian youth to continue pursuing.
Thank you so much. Viewers, it's been a very wonderful time discussing about youth participation in Nigerian politics. We tag it as Not Too Young to Run, because this is a very interesting language. And we've been discussing with Mala Nura Ibrahim Banyam on the topic, and it has been a very robust discussion. And we hope that you also have gained a lot of experience from his statements. And of course, I know for me, I've learned a lot, and we hope that you also do the same. And that by next week, God's willing, if we're going to come back here, we're going to talk about another important topic of discussion on this very important platform, the Crux of the Matter, where issues of critical national importance are discussed. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
You're most
welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye next week. See you.